Right. Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much all of Ignite members, participants, chairpersons, coordinators, and others for giving this very golden opportunity to me to expand myself like this. And other, these groups is highly motivated me to do many things and to think many things about about problems which is existed in our environment in our area. So really this is very helpful for African youngsters, especially for African youngsters for all in general. All right, thank you very much again. So this is Asegid from Ethiopia. Just I am one of the member of this Ignite groups. So my title of presentation is about property enhancement on local stores. So this is basically very related with energy and the environment because when we reduce our energy consumption, also we are increasing our energy, plus we are reducing environmental pollution in general. So meaning that always there is a big relation between energy and the environment, or environment with energies, right? So and vice versa. So when I came to my personal details, just I am working in Ethiopian higher institutions in technology faculty at the Department of Mechanical Engineering. So I'm specialized on materials engineering, especially materials engineering. So my name is Asegid from Ethiopia. So basically my title is about property enhancement of local stuff. So it says property plus enhancement. So what kind of property what I am enhancing is simply mechanical and electrical properties. So basically this stuff is needs highly electrical property materials, plus some of the strength or hardness which is included under mechanical properties of those materials. So in general, what I'm talking is, or what I'm thinking is about enhancing electrical and mechanical properties of this stuff. So we know this stuff is very friendly materials with the Ethiopians, especially the locally available material is very friendly with the Ethiopians, right? Because it's locally available, plus it's made of from simple materials like clay, sand, and other materials which exist in the environment. So it's a very friendly material. So comparatively, the cost is something less than the stuff which comes from outside Ethiopia, like China, India, and Germany. So people are very select this. Environmentally available material. So, in another's name, when we improve those the property of these materials, also we are improving the life of our peoples. Because, as you said before, most of the peoples are use this energy materials, which is stuff for cooking the foods and for boiling of waters and other purposes. Right. These energy saved materials are very important for the people who live in our environment, especially. Okay. So when you came to my introduction part, as we know, Africa is hungry for energy because we don't have any sufficient energy for the peoples. Because almost in Africa, 1.5 billion people are living here, but our energy is only 28 gigawatts, so which is equal to Argentina alone. See the difference between one country and the continent of this Africa. So always saving energy is very critical point for all Africans, right? For Ethiopia, see in Ethiopia, the maximum power what we get is almost 250 2,500 megawatts, right? So see, we have almost 120 million people are existing in Ethiopia, or in our country, Ethiopia. So this much energy is not enough, right? So even if minimizing this energy, which means simply saving this energy, is very critical point for all Ethiopians, or Africans in general, right? So in another way, when we save this energy, also we are saving our people, right? We are saving our lives by that, okay? So when we came to our problem statement, almost 600 million people do not have access to electricity, and around 900 million people lack access to clean cooking. So which means there is a scarcity of energy, plus there is a scarcity of clean cooking, simply clean food, due to the power what we get from a simple energy, right? So also also another problem is lack of energy safety stuff. So really, we are very lack of energy stuff. Lack of energy safe stuff are available in our environment. Also, lack of energy efficient stuff for clean and timed foods and food preparation in general. Also, today policy investment plan is not yet enough to meet the energy needs of African population in fully. So basically, we solve this energy losing purpose, right? So mostly energy is lost, which means almost 45 to 50% of energy is lost when we do one food, right? When we boil one liter of water, almost 45 to 50% of energy is lost, right? So when we reduce this loss, also we are increasing the energy which is important for making or for boiling the water, right? So energy loss it is the critical point for our improving purpose, right? One of the core challenges that South African continue to grow and develop is energy. So we are basically for energy sources like biomasses, like hydropower, wind, and solar powers. So mostly our country is get power from hydropower energy. So as we know, hydropower needs very great money, which means we don't have any sufficient money to build such kinds of hydropowers because of it needs our high amounts of energy, right? So rather than using this hydropower, it's possible to use modern wind power, solar energy, and also biomass for cooking. So in another way, we are using this another terms of energy rather than hydropower. Means also we are advancing our lives, and also simply we can get energy from suns like by solar system, right? So simply also by wind and modern biomass. So it's possible to introduce the kinds of energies for our environment also. So my target market is stuff. It's obvious now. It's known market. So my target market is stuff. So stuff is one is a friendly power equipment in Ethiopia. So made from locally available materials and good for home foods. Also, it is available in our environment. So it makes from very simple materials, which simply from clays, clays and some of another materials, which is simply by making some circles, right? By making some circles. Actually, I have production meters, you'll see that. So our market landscape is electrical stuff are required to improve small and medium scale life of the peoples. Plus, it is important for creating the jobs for unemployment persons or youngsters, which may be graduate from different universities. Due to the cost, energy save and other benefits are due to the cost, because of the cost is very minimum comparing to the other one. So it save energy, and also other benefits are available on these stuffs, and also good in both electrical and mechanical property. This is a new one, right? So Africa's economy is growing at unprecedented speeds, and with it a corresponding increase in the demand for energy. So such kinds of materials or energy safety materials are very important for all African peoples plus the countries. So limitation on the stuff, the previous stuffs are very limited, like lower in performance, especially efficiency, lower in efficiency, high amount of low energy, as you said before, even 40 to 50% of energy is lost from 100%. See how much the energy will be lost from simple matter of cooking the foods. So absence of standard and comparatively high in cost are some of limitation of the previous. So when it came to my improvement, heat insulation and reduction of the losses are used here. Also clay plates, posterized cable and cable connections, plugs, switch connectors, wires, and heat intensity are controlled. Really controlled, which means really different between the previous one. I have some tests for comparing the previous one and this one, which is a newly invented one. So I will take some of time to boils tests, also thermal efficiency tests, specific energy consumption tests, temperature overshoot tests are some of the tests which may be tested after walking or after making these stuff. So the materials, basically our materials is stainless steel powder, fiberglass, cement, clay, and sand are the major materials. See the difference between the previous one, this one, which is what I'm invented here is, so I will include stainless steel powder. The previous one doesn't have any stainless metal powder in general. So we have for this purpose, especially for this stuff, I will include, see, just I included this materials powders. So what it makes material powder is preferable to the previous one means, so previously the previous one is almost it's made from clays in general, which means it may be from 3 to 4 kg of clays, right? Only clays. They don't have any combination of metals. But when we combine these metals, the heating time it comes to increasing, right? The heating time it comes to decreasing. So as we said before, the heating time for clay is almost 10 to 15 minutes, right? 10 to 15 minutes, the heating time. So what about the boiling time? It comes to increasing and increasing. But when we combine these powder clays, which is the ceramic part with the metal powder, so the heating time comes to highly reducing. Almost 50% the heating time will be reduced, right? So where it means the boiling time or the cooking time is also reducing, right? Also reducing. So what it means, the energy loss of those from the energy lost from the previous stuff is highly also it's reduced, right? Highly reduced, halfly it's reduced. Probability, the data says that the heating time, simply the heating time for one liter of water is almost 25 to 30 minutes, right? The existing one, the previous one, which means the stuff which made from the clay. But when we came to this one, my research, so the stuff which made from these metals and ceramics, maximum boiling time is 15 minutes. Maximum boiling time. See, reduce our heating time. Reduce our heating time, and also what it reduced the boiling time of the water, right? The boiling time, and also indirectly we are reducing the energy loss from those materials, right? Those materials. So basically, my material is stainless steel powder, not only stainless steel powder, also another powder, right? Another metallic powder, which is important for this heating purpose. We'll take, right? So this stainless steel powder is simply for the sample part, and also our method is stirring method. We have different design consideration like so power output, safety consideration, reactor cross-sectional area, diameters, and height are the great importance diameters when we form this stuff, right? So my execution plan is just now I am lecturer at one of Ethiopian university, as we said before. So also I am working on industrial principles. We have many industries available in our environment. So I am principal of those industries. Also I'm working on small industry development institutes. Actually, we don't have any institute, but I am guider of this small scale industry development. So in the future, maybe I will try to establish a small scale enterprise by forming or by transforming these kinds of materials for my environment. So for 3 to 4 years, just I need to communicate with the government and other bodies, and also I will prepare basic business plan. Then after I need to find some fundraising strategies. I will form some strategies, which is fundraising strategy, and also I will try to establish my small scale enterprise by modifying different materials which may be existed in our environment. So the maximum budget for this work is almost 4500 Ethiopian birr. This is for the research part, right? For the research part, we know research it may need more than this money, right? More than this money. But the selling price is in Ethiopian money almost from 200 to 250 Ethiopian birr. Very minimum, comparing to existing part plus the stuff which comes from outside Ethiopia. But we'll take some laboratory test like characterization test, because we are combining these metals with ceramic part, simply the clay part. So we need to see the internal combination of those metals and ceramics. So we need to take some laboratory tests. For that matter, we will take this much money, and also we have material cost, which is about this much, other cost like some facilitating cost of this much. So totally I will take 4500 Ethiopian birr, very minimum comparing to another research, right? Another research. So in conclusion, Africa is a continent rich in energy resource but poor in energy supplies. Also Ethiopia is one of very richest countries in energy, but due to different reasons we are not using that energies in general, right? So I will develop electromechanical improved stuff. I will develop highly developed electromechanically rich stuff, and also I will fully try to improve governance and stuff. And the moderate renewables can also facilitate a cost-effective transformation to a cleaner and more secure energy sectors. Also, it is possible to develop different mechanisms rather than this hydropower energy. So mostly we are rich in this hydropower energy only. So we don't have any sufficient power of solar energy plus wind energy and other forms of energy for doing such kinds of activity. But I will try to perform, or I will try to do some other mechanisms of using this stuff by another forms of energy like wind and solar energies in general. So thank you very much. Thank you very much in general.